Hello, so we have a game between 9Q players on IGS where black was winning most of the time, but due to some errors at the end, white managed to turn the game around. Let's see what happened. So the beginning is quite normal. Black can consider the approach at f3 in order to set up the moya on the bottom, because now when white plays a move to prevent the shimari in the lower right corner, black can put pressure on the outside and go for a lot of thickness towards the center. Let's say we play the most basic Joseki here, the sequence is all forced. So black is happy to set up the moyo in this area. Now there are also some more simple Josekis. For example, black simply blocks, white pulls back, black connects solid, hanging connection or descent for more pressure, then white slides and black adds another move. And again, black is setting up a pretty deep moya on the bottom side. Connect solid is fine too. Sometimes white will slide, many times white will just play away, but in this case black immediately plays an exchange in cente and then continues with the game playing somewhere else. So the actual game is Kakari in the top, also fine. Now white dives in immediately, and that attach is a little bit questionable. Usually white attaches p3 or simply q4 and then p3. Now Hane under without playing any Atari, that's very good to remember. Black connects solid, white extends, black uses the pip because it's a Tesuji locally, then pulls back, now white goes down and black extends from the wall. So this is another basic Joseki where white goes for territory in the corner, black takes the outside influence. So white decided to attach under here. The block is natural, then hanging connection, and white attaches to go out of the corner. Here white can still use the Kosumi, Hane, and double Hane. So in this case, black will just connect solid, white extends, and then black extends on the right side, either Shimari or some middle side extension from the wall. Now the idea of playing the Hane and double Hane for white is to trick black into going Atari and then capture the stone. But this way white has a double Atari and he gets out into the middle. This would be painful for black. And if black simply pushes, white will push along a couple of times and now use Atari from the center to create Aji and also force black into a bad shape, then invade the right side. Because now the Aji of p13 can activate, so black needs another move to protect this area, and then white can defend the top left corner or pincer in the top. So back to the game. Now white played the attach right away and black just nobi. That's fine, but black can also play Hane, and if white goes down, black connects solid. So this way black gets a little more thick on the outside. If white tries a crosscut, there are several ways for black to continue. Usually Atari like this and go up, extend. Normally in crosscuts the rule is to extend. Sometimes you play Atari and then extend, but in general just extend. And now if white captures one stone, black will play the forcing moves, center at q2 and then turn in the corner to kill it. So white needs to connect under. Then if black has the ladder, he will set up the ladder, but in this case it's broken by d16, so black has to nobi, but it's still fine. So white got the corner and black has the influence towards the center, because that's the original plan when you play moves like 5-4. Now another way on this crosscut is to play Atari under. So white has a line of 3 stones which looks a bit heavy, then extend to the left. Now white will go for the capture in the center, black can go out because of the Dame Tsumari. So black will just sacrifice a stone, Atari from the outside, white can take right away or connect. Either way it's fine. But when white connects, black can also force the eye. Well, it doesn't have to happen right away. Right now, black can make a base on the bottom or extend on the right side. So this is sort of a trade Joseki or combat in the lower right corner, because white gets into the center but black develops on both sides. Anyway, no beats also an option and get ahead again. So white decides to jump in, but playing this kind of R11 doesn't allow extensions on both directions. So white should play a move like R12. From R12 he can extend 2 space to the top and 2 space to the bottom. So this kind of move creates MI. When black attacks from the wall, white can just fix the base in the top right corner, and if black attacks from the top, white can extend towards the wall, and like this it reduces the influence. Playing this way, it's a bit too close to the wall, so of course black is not going to play a 1 space jump from the wall and allow the extension towards the corner, but attack from the corner and push the weak stone into the wall. So in this case, white is supposed to jump out. Playing on the second line, it's a bit too submissive and too low. And also 1 space jump extension towards the wall is not satisfactory. Black can still attack quite severe. So the best option for white is to jump out. But even so, black can use a cap move. Then those stones are kind of floating. But at least if something like this happens, white can use a combination, sacrifice 1 stone in order to fix his group. So that's a sabaki, and now play away. Well, here black decides to turn, but okay, the entry move is not small, but black can just keep the group on the right side. That's still under a lot of pressure, and try to push him into the wall, and then white has to struggle more to survive on the right side. This might leave, but it's kind of painful. Better die than live like this. Why did I have to protect here? The corner is safe, so why should just jump out? This time, maybe to space jump because there is a little bit of support from S9. So with this move, the empty triangle at R4, white didn't do much, and now he has to come back and protect again. Which means white took gote in a position where he was already sente. Now white should just jump out the most natural way. Black will probably play a peep and then cap, so the group is heavy. But white can slide and eventually leave small. This kick is questionable. Helps black in the top more than white. So now white is trying to make some eye shape. Hane, it's quite okay. Black can also go down, because normally if black plays away, this is white's next move to create a nice formation and leave on the side. So if black just goes down and white pulls back, the shape is not so good. So black can attack again like this or like this to remove the base. Also, it's possible to hane and double hane. So, oops. Black puts a lot of pressure on the group again and builds something in the middle. The potential is growing towards the center. But hane is possible too, because if white blocks like this, black will atari and force a bad shape. When white blocks the other way, black can still go down. It's better to go down without atari, because now when white blocks, that's already a terrible shape, and double hane works to put more pressure. After atari, white got a little stronger, so this is forced, and now black stopped the attack, but black can peep once in center and extend. It's good to stay ahead because the group is still under pressure, so white needs a move like this to fix and eventually jump out. Now if this happens, black is center, so black should attach the top left corner, no B, cut. This is the usual punishment when white doesn't protect after the kick. So black gets thick on the outside. White only builds the corner about 15 points more or less, and then black has this nice influence towards the center, and it might be a problem for white later because of the weak group on the right side. Well, another way to punish the top left is to play c14 and then surround the corner. Anyway, black decided to play away, probably according to the proverb, when you don't know what to play, tenuki. So white invades, very brave. For white right now, it's important to fix the right side, so he should play an Atari here, because black never stepped ahead, and then connect artistic on the outside. Well, it's not a good idea to invade when the groups are weak on the outside, so nice to play the cap and keep white separated. Let's see if there's a better way to surround lightly. Even if white managed to live in the top like this, the right side it's in great danger again. So it's good to keep the group separated. Push is fine too, then surround. Yeah, white still has to struggle in the top. If white cuts here, black doesn't have to give up the stone like this, but can resist with Atari and a hanging connection. So white will try to expand the liberties. Wait, my bad. Like this, white will win the semi, but black can extend to the top first. So when Atari connect, block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 4. Am I reading this properly? Ah yeah, black wins the semi now. But maybe it's actually better for black to connect solid, because now black can extend one space to the left, and that increases the liberties a lot, and then win the semi in the corner. Yeah, this is a better way. And if white takes away a liberty from the top, black will just go down. Yeah, the hanging connection can be tricky, but the solid move works. So yeah, white has to try to expand his base in the top. Instead of wedge, should simply block. This is already troublesome for white. So let's see, white will play the tiger mouth to expand his eye shape, then just honey under. White can leave, but again it's painful, so black can come back to surround the right side. So the wedge was a little bit tricky. Yeah, white can play Atari here, and the ladders are not working. But the problem is, white should still start with the cut in the corner to get some outside forcing moves. And then just Atari under and extend. This is an easier way to live in the top, or hanging connection. Yeah, now white it's safe in the top, but again he's got troubles on the right side. So white cuts, black goes down inevitably, then white connects. Now this will result into a trade. If white goes down here and black cuts, black will win the semi in the top. Okay, that's a disaster for white, it's a collapse. So white needs to connect and then go out. Here black should capture right away, because if black simply connects, white can also block in the top instantly. Well, not immediately. Right now white should connect on the outside, but the block it's also a forcing move. So white connects against the cuts here, and black finally black connects against the cut, and white realizes his group on the right. It's really dangerous. This cover helps white make some eye shape, so better play away. Also, black can just block s14 and then prepare the clamp at s12. But like this, white makes some eye shape. Actually, for white, it's good enough to pull back. And then if black surrounds here, white can make eye shape like this. So if block, there are two eyes this way. If black tries to force the eye, white can push in both directions. And yeah, there are two eyes on the side. So the black, the group can leave. Alright, good idea to play away in order to strengthen the top and punish that top left corner. But instead of no-B, black should just connect solid. Because when white pushes here, black will go up and the group is surrounded. When black plays this no-B, white has the Hane, and now black has to no-B and jump. It doesn't work to block in this case, because white will cut and capture the stone. But if black connects solid and white plays the Hane, now black can block the left side. So white will not play the Hane, and the group it's the corner is isolated. This Atari, it's a bit brave. Should Atari from the other side and then connect with a tiger mouth hanging connection. So black can resist, very good. And the block, it's also threatening the entire group. But here, the proper move is the bamboo connection. Because after this block, white has the eye shape threatening snapback with this vital point. So that's a bit annoying. And now white tries a counter attack, but in fact white should just push and then cut, because playing this Atari, black can cut with ko, so go out. Now if white connects, black will capture the stones on the outside to connect, so white has to jump and then black can fight the ko. So actually the block at s8 is greedy. It goes for the kill, but the proper move is to double up. And now when white pushes from behind, black simply gets ahead and kills the two stones on a large scale indirectly. So this was the first little mistake in fight for black, and now black decides to give up the group. Another kick, wrong again. White should just defend proper. Black shouldn't give up the group too easy. It's good to play the ko, because if black wins this ko, the group on the right side is still in trouble. So let's say white plays a ko threat here, black just eliminates, white captures two stones in the top to save that group, and now black just covers. Now the group on the right side, it's not alive, because if white plays a vital point like this to make two eyes, black can cut, Atari, and then remove the second eye. And it's the same story if white plays the other key point. Black cuts first, Atari to remove the eye, white can connect or capture stone, and then Hane to remove the second eye, and that's it. So it's really good for black to rescue the stones on the right side because of the follow-up. So kick, 2 space jump, that's a bit loose. 1 space jump would be safer, but anyway, black is happy to extend on the bottom. And in the actual game, black went high to build more, but it's no need. It's good enough to play the fourth line. Normally just k4, but black is very strong at n4, so either way, if you take one of the extensions, j4, k4 will be narrow on one side and loose on the other. So yeah, it's understandable why black step up to the fifth line and try to build more. But in many cases, that's the kind of move that it's a bit greedy. So now an invasion. There are several invasion points on the left side because of the loose move at d7. For example, black can come in at c4, then extend, slide in the corner, and slide on the side. Then just make twice. So the group is alive. Nothing to do to take away to remove the ice. So jump in. This attach it's a bit questionable because white can wedge and create some cutting points. So should just no be. If white blocks, push, Atari and connect, and black it's out. So white will connect on the top, then bump once to see if white stretches or blocks, then slide. If white turns, black it's out, or push in this direction first, couple of times, and then escape. Actually, this is the pretty much the same result in the game, but white didn't wedge, so black got to connect solid and push both sides. Instead of going there, should honey first and push along, play a peep, and leave it like this. Now white doesn't have to continue stretching, white can go down. And black is alive already, so nothing to worry about. But white's corner is bigger this way. So black got to stretch in both directions. Very good to play this e2, I shape, and now black got center too. The turn was not threatening the group. But in this case, black again should think about the ko on the right side or find a way to attack severe the group in the top. Actually, starting the ko is good because as a ko threat, black can play this move, and if white eliminates the ko, black can play one more move to surround the top. So if white tries to leave now, there's only one eye in the top. And that's a winner. N2 is the kind of move to be played in the late Yose stage. So white is trying desperately to kill the left side, but the Tsume go first. And white even got in Gote the last exchange. So this move doesn't threaten anything because of the self-Atari. Where playing here can be used as a ko threat too. It's only a couple of points center exchange. This peep is good. Now black is approaching the edge on the right side, but after white plays the capture, it's gone. So black tries to expand the center. Should peep one time, this is center, and then play away. But some kind of jump to surround the top would be more interesting. This kind of move is just going for a few extra points in the middle. Looks like an endgame play. So white tries to get inside. Yeah, the block is proper. Was thinking maybe more spectacular to try to surround and kill all. But this sometimes can become dangerous. If white dives in and black doesn't kill the group, then it's just a failure. So block first, keep the territory on the 5th, 6th line, then white has to run out anyway. Black can bump, no problem if Atari one way or the other, because white's group is still on the run. And with the bump, black removes the liberty, so it's easier to continue the attack. So now white connects, black connects too. The proper defense here, give up one stone, that's good. White invested too much to capture that stone and it wasn't big. So even after losing the right side, black seems favorable to win the game because of the big bottom side and a lot of territory in the top. Besides, the invasion was successful on the left side. And black keeps grabbing territory, that's fine. Let's see if there's a better move here. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Not really. Now there is. Just connect this way to expand the territory. So when white plays away, peep in center, and black can gain a few extra points in that area. Anyway, black has the peep at p6 anytime. This move doesn't do much. Better turn, and then either Kosumitsuke or Nobi. But white will Hane, and that's pretty much it. But white can Atari here and connect if he feels in danger with the entire dragon. But playing like this, white can push, and if black tries to connect, there's Atari, clamp. Now white has to, black has to protect back, and then Atari again. So in the end, this maneuver didn't work. Dangerous. So back to the game. All right. Instead of going down, white can just play the clamp and go for the capture. Those two stones are big because it connects the dragon. Now this monkey jump will be gote, which means it's better for black to play just p1 and pull back to keep center. Going for 2 extra points, it's not worth to take gote there. Here black should connect solid, nothing happens in the corner. That's good. So now the corner is safe. This Atari can backfire later because of the shortage of liberties, but for now it's okay. White took another gote in the top left, trying to kill the left side. This is only 1 point. It's better to go down in the top to prevent the Hane center. If white plays the Hane, black blocks, Atari, black can fight the Ko, and if black doesn't have Ko threats, we'll just connect, so it's not such a big deal. But right now, black is winning. So we see 1 point moves, 2 point moves. There is a Magi here. Atari, Atari, Atari. Whoa. Black can play inside. So if white captures, black will block and there's a Ko. Atari, capture the Ko. White doesn't have time to connect because of the Atari from the outside, and I mean throw in and then Atari from the outside to kill everything. So white has to Nobi here. Then Atari, Atari again. Okay, this way the Agi is gone. But lots of forcing moves or Kotrets. Yeah, that was good in the top to remove the Agi. Connect, fine. Yeah, white could push in center here instead of playing a neutral point. Oh, so now black played a neutral point, but black has to connect because the throwing it's a fatal follow-up. And now I can already throw in an Atari from the outside. Another way for black, instead of playing the solid move, it's T11. So now if white tries a throw in, black will capture and the group is in Atari, and black has time to protect. And this way it creates the edge on the right side, so white has to play another move. If white plays away, then black can Atari, and now it's a Ko to kill everything. But anyway, black should pay attention to the neutral points and the liberties here and play O12 and win the game by 10 points instead of losing by 10 points. So this was the fatal error that cost black the game. Too bad. Instead of connecting the core, it's better to take another point, and when white captures the core, black can fight it. Let's see. In fact, well, the core, it's not even need right now. Push and block here. The core is the last thing you want to play before neutral points. So yeah, this was a good start for black, but not a great finish because of the blunders, especially losing the stones in the middle. Well, better luck next time.